You mentioned that people are afraid to find the answer. You also mentioned an issue of which we're not supposed to even ask questions because people are afraid of the answer, and that was autism. And while we have another psychologist at the table, Dr. Peterson, I'd like you to just, I guess, speculate on why is it, why, I understand why industry probably doesn't want to find the root cause of autism, but why don't our federal health agencies seem to have any curiosity whatsoever of trying to find, this is, again, I don't know the exact stats. It's kind of hard to find the 1 in 10,000 or whatever, but we know now, 1 in 36 children in America, 1 in 22 in California. I can't imagine being a parent of a severely autistic person, okay? I certainly wouldn't want to be somebody manufacturing vaccines and all of a sudden finding out that, boy, they may be contributing. But just, I see Del Bigtree here, who's done so much fabulous work and trying to raise public awareness. But I'll go back to your afraid to find the answer. Can you just talk about that? And Dr. Peterson, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that as well.
Your question is, why are our health agencies not exploring these questions? It's because the health agencies are largely influenced by the industries they are supposed to be regulating and looking out for. The medical education community is largely controlled by pharmaceutical companies. $1.5 billion goes to support, $1.5 billion every year goes to support physician education. That's from pharmaceutical companies, $1.5 billion from pharmaceutical companies. So physicians are getting educated with some influence, large influence, I would argue, by them. The health organizations, it's a political issue. The NIH, it's politics. Politicians are selecting people to be on the committees or people to oversee these organizations. Politicians rely on donations from companies and supporters to get reelected. And the reality is this is not going to be easy to tackle. The challenge is that you'll get ethical politicians who say, I'm not going to take any of that money, and I'm going to try to do the right thing. And right now, the way the system is set up, there's a good chance those politicians won't get reelected. And instead, their opponents, who were more than happy to take millions of dollars in campaign contributions, will get reelected, and then they will return the favor to their noble campaign donors. We are at a crossroads. We have to decide who are the constituents of the American government. Is it industry, or is it the American people?
So Dr. Peterson, first of all, do you agree with the premise of the question based on what Dr. Palmer said, that we're just afraid to find the answer? Do you agree with that, and if so, why?